What is up? Welcome back to the Danny Toddcast. I'm Danny Todd. Yo, boy. Wow, that was dumb. How's it going? Woo! It's gonna be. It's so weird for me right now because I have my headphones turned down real low because there's like this weird. Thankfully, you can't hear it, but like there's this weird buzz every time I talk. So one of my ports is fucked up and it's really annoying. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I give a lot of fucks because there's something wrong, and I take good care of my shit. But I hope y'all are doing well. It is a Thursday night, so of course, cracked open a brewski. Don't know when you're listening to this, but hey, if you're able to crack a brewski or crack a LaCroix or whatever you want, cheers to you. I'll take a sip. But yeah, I hope y'all are well. I'm doing pretty damn good myself. It's been crazy busy. Not crazy, but it's been busy. Yeah, my buddy and I, Anthony, I don't know if I'm able to say who we're doing some work for, but we're doing some work for an artist. She's an early, like, I don't know what her most recent stuff is, but apparently she was really huge in like the 90s era. But yeah, we're doing visuals for her tour for like the LED wall behind her. So it's been pretty busy doing that. Lots of songs, but we're both stoked. I love my boy, Anthony Tran. He's been on the podcast a few times, or 3 times. I think all 3 times we've been drunk. It's been great. Shout out Anthony. You're a savage. He is currently out with Pierce the Veil, so make sure to go check out Pierce the Veil's Instagram and all of the socials, as well as Anthony's. I'll have their links in the show notes, so you can just click on over. But yeah, it's been busy with that. Obviously, I have the full-time seasonal gig, which is about maybe a little over a month left, maybe a month and a half. Yeah, I'd say like a month and a week and a half. It's going great. The drive to Spokane fucking sucks. I hate it. Today was actually really easy. I don't know why. Labor Day, the drive there was easy, but driving to Spokane every day is not fun. I find myself like white knuckling. I'm like, fuck, dude. But yeah, it's been busy. That's been just like the busy work. I mean, the stuff that Anthony and I are doing, it's hard work, but it's stuff that we enjoy. And like I would say, without like tooting our horns and sounding like complete dicks, like we're good at what we do. You know, obviously he got the gig and hired me on with him. You know, so we both wouldn't be here if we weren't good at what we do. But besides that, been some fun stuff. I got some things. I will say I am going to talk about the 1 chip challenge. This episode is mainly probably going to be about the 1 chip challenge that I did. But some other things, like for example, I'll start with, because it'll be, short and sweet. My wallet was beat to absolute dog shit, like full on split. Like almost every time I started taking it out of my back pocket, like cards would start falling out. Like I had to like almost catch them sometimes. So I did get a wallet from Target. I don't know how much it was. It was very inexpensive, just an easy bifold wallet. Just so my cards are safe, baby. But there's this company called the Ridge wallets, and they're fucking badass. Like there's so many different kinds, but for example, the one that, well, spoiler alert, I have one now. It is made out of carbon fiber. Where's the description? Here we go. In my head, I'm not going to do it because I really don't want to go online and find some sort of like snippet of audio. But the Ridge is a minimalist RFID blocking wallet. The main card holder uses elastic to expand to hold up 12 IDs and credit cards. The typical leather bifold gets packed with faded receipts and unnecessary cards, resembling something more like a suitcase than a wallet. The Ridge is a minimalist without being limiting. The Ridge is fuck me, dude. Without being limiting. It's about basically carrying less, but always having what you need. So I have a money clip with it, which is awesome. They also have the Apple AirTag attachment, which I might eventually do, but like this might be like a front, it's more of like a front pocket carry wallet. It's so slim and so light and everything. Like, I don't know. I do wear a little bit on the tighter pants, so like it might look kind of weird, but I don't know. It's fucking sick though. But the way I came across it is, by the way, so you can do this too if you want. You can follow, let me get to their Twitter. That's Twitter. Um, Basically they're at Bridge Wallet. I'll put their like a quick link in the show notes. But what they do is, I don't know if it's every day, but very, very frequently they will do a tweet or something with like retweet this or tell us what your favorite one is, and like they'll choose random people, or like the first 10, 5 to 10 people that retweet this or comment, like you can win a Ridge wallet of your choice. And by the way, the Ridge wallets, let me go back to this link here. Ah shit, bro. Oh, I remember. The one that I got, it's $150. That's fucking tight. So basically, because I put my notifications on, like push notifications on Twitter for, obviously Twitter and the Ridge, at Ridge Wallet. So anytime they tweeted it or anything, my phone would get an alert. And of course, you got to be fucking on it. So like at work, I'm sitting there and I see my phone pop up. I know it's not going to be anything else besides the Ridge Wallet, Twitter. So I'm boom over there. Finally, after like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, almost giving up twice, because like I feel like anytime you like tweet, retweet, or comment something on Instagram or anything to try and win something and you don't win, you're almost like, what the fuck, dude? I never win anything. This is fucking stupid. Why am I doing this? I was so close to giving up. But you know what? I stayed strong. And you know what? Your boy got a motherfucking Ridge wallet. $150. It's fucking sick. It is sick. I've had a bifold, like a regular wallet, all of my entire life of 30 fucking years. Okay, well, I don't know when my first wallet was. I wouldn't say 30 years because I wasn't like out the womb, like, Mom, give me $1. I need to put it in my wallet. But I've had a regular bifold wallet for a very long time. So this is a different kind of style. It's really cool though. Today going to the store to buy beer was the first time like using it in public. I know that sounds kind of weird to say, but like when I first got it, I was like, okay, I need to figure out like how I'm going to do this, because like with your wallet, I mean, bifold wallet, you take it out, you flip it open, you grab what you need, you put it back. But this one, like, there's not a lot much more that goes into it. It's about the same amount of work, but it's like, I don't know. It was just weird. If you go on and you look what I'm talking about, you'll understand. And if you have a Ridge wallet, fucking hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at It's Danny Todd. Fuck, dude. At It's Danny Todd, and you can tell me which one you got. Yeah, I was honestly very excited about that. Like I was already having a good day, and then boom, I see a tweet pop up from the Ridge wallet, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to get on that. And it was, congratulations to the winners of da 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 at It's Danny Todd, and then the DMs hit. We're like, hey, congratulations. Like, let us know what your wallet of choice is and where to send it. Fucking pumped, dude. So stoked. It looks so sick. Well worth it. There's different price ranges. Of course, I picked like the most fucking expensive one, but whatever, dude. It's free. I mean, they could also say like, oh, you can do like, you have to have a limit of, I don't know, whatever their fucking lowest thing is. I don't know. It's fucking cool. But yeah, that's a definite highlight. Fuck, I'm getting old. A highlight of mine is winning a wallet. I don't know. It's interesting. This will be a short one, but Mexican pizza's back. All right, next. This is another, it's not going to be as short as the Mexican pizza one. Just because I really wanted to get into the one chip challenge thing, because I feel like, I don't even know what the title of this episode is, but it's going to be something revolving around the chip. This fucking stupid chip. I'm on one today. I swear. It's been a good day. Tomorrow's Friday, or today's Friday, whichever day you're listening to this, or it's Saturday, whatever. Burpee. I'm a burpee. Oh, I fucking hate doing burpees. Those things are terrible, especially with a weight vest. Yeah, recently actually this last weekend, shout out to Yvonne, great podcast. Anyways, this last weekend went to the downtown Coeur d'Alene beer fest or Oktoberfest, which I don't know, maybe more of a beer fest because it's not even October yet, but whatever. So you get it was really cool. There was one really, really good pumpkin spice beer. Really channeled my inner white thought. Yeah, really bomb, but I was just going hard in the IPA paint. So we got like a custom, they have like the beer glasses now. I don't know if you've seen them, but they look like basically a beer can. I'm not going to try to explain it because like I'm already doing hand gestures. You can't see me, of course, but like it's going to be weird. Like it looks like a fucking beer can. Which we're kind of collecting them. So it's awesome. But basically, I think it's like $30 and you get tickets. I'm not sure how. Well, yeah, I think it's like 30 something bucks. You get the beer glass, which is fucking cool. And then you get tickets. I forget how many you get 8, maybe more than 8. But basically you go around and you test beers and you give them one ticket and it's like no, not 3/4, Jesus. Like a 1/4 fill. So maybe like a good 4 sipper. But you can give them, maybe 4 sips might be too. I don't know, a little less than half. My fucking math and all that is not great. But you can give them 2 tickets and you're basically getting a full pour. So like I must have had with the tickets, and again, I don't remember if it's 8, it might be more, it might be less, but in some people, they stay true to what they're supposed to pour based off what tickets you give. But some people, especially towards the end of the night, like you give them 1 ticket and they're going to fill your thing all the way up. So, it's super fun, but I must have had, let's see, 1, 2, maybe 4 or 5 beers, mainly IPAs. So a good percentage. So obviously I'm already pretty buzzed. And then we're all like, yo, we need to go get some, obviously some pretzels with beer cheese. We need to get, what is it called? Bratwurst. And I fucking love bratwurst with, oh no, what's it called? Sauerkraut. Absolutely love sauerkraut. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but you know what? It's incredible. And that was the move. After, walking around, checking everything out, having laughs with everyone, like, all right, cool. We need some food because everyone's going to like start getting probably pissy and just maybe overly drunk. So yeah, luckily downtown in Coeur d'Alene, there is a sick ass German bar. I need to look that up because what is it called? Hofbrau? Hofbrau? Oh, Hof. Oh, the Hofbrau House? No, that sounds fucking gay. Okay. I don't know. It was a beer place in downtown Coeur d'Alene. It's like German and all that shit. So fucking stupid. But because it was Oktoberfest, everyone was there. It was so packed. Our waitress, she felt so bad because she was like, "Oh, you guys, like so sorry," like because it did. I mean, service was very like it was pretty slow, but the thing is, it was really busy. So like she kept being, very sincerely like apologizing and all that stuff. So we're like, don't worry about it. Like we understand. Like we know what we're walking into, Oktoberfest, and you're going into like a German like pub bar scenario. Like, yeah, don't expect to be like weighted on hand and foot. So, but yeah, we got all the fucking good treats, bunch of fucking pretzels with the beer cheese. We got a cheese plate, man, the brats with I almost forgot it again. The sauerkraut, I got it white and red. I haven't tried the red one before, and that was honestly my favorite. It kind of reminded me of like some beets, which was fucking tasty. Ate a fuck ton of mustard with everything. I tried there was maybe 8 things of mustard, different kinds of mustard on the table, and I probably had like 6. Mainly because one was like a wasabi mustard, and the other one was like something that I don't know. It just maybe didn't look good. Or no, actually I already had it. So I had like a majority of the mustards. It was incredible. But the showstopper, everyone, we got beers and stuff, and they had the normal pint beer. Your boy got a liter. Got a liter of fucking beer. Was it a liter? It was 1 liter? Let me check. I need to fact check myself. It was a rough day after. Dude, I'm looking on my Twitter because I tweeted about it. I'm getting so many spam follows by these fake ass, like, oh yeah, Shamika 70. She's following 70 people, 3 followers, and she's got photos of the Twilight girl. And then like another one now here, Marlena Mineo. She's following 173 people with 2 followers. Fake. And then a bunch of like porn ones. Here's another one. Colleen, go fuck yourself. She's following 872 people with 30 followers. God, and then this one is Tammy Bunda, following 888 people and only 21 followers. Okay. Like I said, I'm on one today. Let me go scroll down. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't say anything. I don't know. It was a big beer. I think it had like 3 or 4 beers in it. 3.5 beers total, I believe. Oh, dude. When that thing came out, like I knew what I was kind of getting myself into. Like, I think if I wasn't already, like, I wasn't drunk. I was tipsy. Not pretty tipsy, as in the fact of like, damn, dude, I was so tipsy. I was tipsy, all right? And then that fucking big ass beer, the size of my head, comes out. And I can't let it not get finished. And you best believe that I finished it. And my God, that was crazy. I finished a liter of beer. Think of that. A liter of cola. Go and finish a liter of cola and tell me how you feel. Go finish a liter of water. Because I know fucking some of you people don't drink enough water. Go drink a liter of water and tell me how you feel after. And then try drinking a fuck ton of beer. And then a liter of beer. Luckily, I will say, though, the liter of beer was only like 5.6%. I'm glad I didn't order. I asked, like, which one should I order? Like, what's the popular one? And she told me some name. And the one beer right above it, so the one I got was like 5.6%. The one above it was like 8%. So if I got the 8%, dude, fuck me. That'd be rough. But well worth it. I'm going to go back there, have another one. You can buy you can buy the liter glass. So I'm going to do that. That'll be like a nice little side table, end table, bedtime, little drinky poo of water. Little nightstand water glass. Just to wet your whistle. 1 liter of water. But yeah, it was fucking fun. And then obviously after, there was some other tent where they're closing down and they were doing like full pours of beer, and it was rough. I was definitely hungover. I think that's why this episode's so late, because I was hungover, and then I spent like half the day not doing anything because I was hungover, and then I needed to do work for this project Anthony and I are doing, and goodness gracious, I was like, I can't talk right now. Like, if I would have done that episode then, probably wouldn't have been good. But before I move on, I will say one thing. I did see my first like skinhead. It was pretty interesting. I was a little bit scared, just because I'm, blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, I didn't want him to like recruit me because like the Aryan race and shit like that. Like I'm like the perfect person for that. Of course, I also have the haircut, like the Hitler Youth haircut. So I was kind of scared because I'm not down for that. I don't swing that way. I love everyone, but it was cool and interesting to see that because it was my very first time seeing someone so blatantly out like that. It was crazy. I mean, like I said, I love everyone, but I'm also for like, hey, whatever you believe in, you do you, boo. I like that's your thing, your prerogative, I guess. I will say every time though I say prerogative, I think of pierogies, and now I'm hungry for pierogies. But moving forward, yeah, it was interesting. He was wearing like a shirt that said, it looked like the North Face logo, right? A bit. I was a black shirt with white. The logo is white with the North. Imagine North Face, right? But it said the white face, and then underneath it, it said, I believe something along the lines of like save the European race. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, it was pretty insane. Yeah. There was other parts of the outfit that didn't really matter, but he does. No, I'm not gonna say it. And if for some reason he's listening, hey, I am not trying to. No, we're good. It was crazy. I've never seen that like displayed in public before, without like, I don't know. I'm sure I've come across some like white supremacist people in my life, but like I've never actually seen like looking and be like, oh, like not like oh, you definitely could be. This was like, oh, you are. And it was crazy. It was very, very interesting. And whatever. You do whatever you need to do. Before I talk myself into a hole here. I love everyone. Be nice to everyone. Have fun. Do something nice for someone today. Obviously, I'm saying a lot. I'm recording this on a Thursday night, like I probably already said. But if you're listening this on Friday or whatever time you're listening to this, trying to do something nice for someone, anyone, give them a fucking $1. I don't know. Tell someone their shoes are nice. Maybe not the opposite sex though, because they might think that they're hitting, you're hitting on them. Or if you're listening to this in the car and you're going to get coffee, maybe pay it forward, buy the person behind you's drink. But make sure, looking back and see like, like if it's a full like soccer team, like maybe don't like save it for like a different line. Because, like we're buying one drink here, like, sub $10. We're not spending, $50-$60. So, but hey, do something nice. Yeah. Love on each other. Unlike I did when I did the one chip challenge. Oh, what a segue. Perfect segue. Woo. Fuck the one chip challenge. So, we'll sip beer. I believe it was last year. My brother Nick and I, we did the one chip challenge. And of course it sucked, right? We did film it. I do have something on my Instagram, the reels, where we filmed it, of course. And there is an episode. I do not know what episode number that is because I'm very unprepared. Fuck. I'm not prepared, okay? I don't know what episode it is. But basically, yes, my brother and I did it last year. And it sucked. And it was about like maybe 10 minutes or so of just mouth on fire, sweating, snot, hiccups, slamming milk, Go-Gurts. Yeah, it was rough. So when I saw that they came out with the 2022 version of it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it because, well, I'm doing the Instagram reels and they're paying me to do reels. It's not a lot because I just don't get views for shit. Some do well. I'm not averaging a lot of money. It's not anything like I can maybe buy like a really nice filet mignon or two, depending on the month. But I was like, maybe this will hit. It didn't really, which is fucked because it destroyed me. But I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I did the one chip challenge last year. Like all it really was like just my mouth, everything on fire, right? And just burning for like 10 minutes or so. And then after it was gone. And like my brother and I, we went on a walk to the gas station about like half a mile away, less than half a mile. And, we got some more drinks. We were drinking, we were having fun. Like we watched a movie, like we were hanging out. Like it was a fun time. Like besides the fact that like for 10 minutes, it fucking sucked. So obviously I was like, okay, cool. 2022, I got this. I'm down to suffer for like 10 minutes. Oh, I don't know what they did differently. I know they did add I think it's just blue number 1 that makes your tongue blue. But I think this whole thing was, let's see, I have it right here. So we'll say as I'm opening this. So on the website, this says how long can you last? 30 seconds. How long can you last before you short circuit? So the whole thing was like electricity. So like on the packaging and everything, and you can go on the website and see it. But it's all about like this blue electricity. But I feel like the blue one, I don't know. But basically, and if you listen to my episode with my buddy Bill D'Arcangelo, we talked about it briefly, but basically on the inside of the box, it says what to expect. It says made with Carolina Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper, which, let's see here. Carolina Reaper is 1.4 to 2.2 million, and that's about the same. So yeah, Carolina Reaper and scorpion pepper are about the same. And that's right under pepper spray and pure capsaicin. Pepper spray starts at, this is just one image I saw on Instagram, so forgive me if it's not actually like super correct, but it's up there. So yeah, Carolina Reaper, and then it goes pepper spray at 2 million, and then pure capsaicin at 15 million. But back to this, what to expect. Made with Carolina Reaper and scorpion pepper, this high voltage chip was created for the shocking pleasure of intense and heat pain. First of all, fuck off with the word pleasure. Okay, number 1, tongue takeover. This is so dumb. Number 1, tongue takeover, because they added the blue number 1 in there. It just turns your tongue blue. Number 2, it says shock the senses. Number 3, surge of tears. There's no word of hiccups. But yeah, surge of tears. And then number 4, jolt to the gut. And number 5, voltage overload. I think they should have switched. Let's see. It should go number 1, tongue takeover, then skip to number 3, surge of tears, and then number 2, or well, I guess technically number 3, but shock of senses, and then voltage overload, and then jolt to the gut. Because just like what happened last year with my brother, sorry, allergies are fucking stupid. Because, last year, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, last year would have made sense, all of this stuff. Because after, the 10, 13, maybe 15 minutes of just pure hell in the mouth, everything was fine, right? My brother and I both kind of anticipated maybe later on in the night when like the actual digestion goes on and you just get that flavor bomb of pure hell in your belly. You start shitting fire. And same with the morning after. Like we were prepared for that. And it never happened. I don't think I took one shit that night. Maybe the next day, but I definitely was scared to shit the next day because I was like, man, it didn't happen last night, but it's going to happen today. But no, I didn't have any other repercussions from the last 2022, not 2022, the last year's one chip challenge. This year was a whole different ball game after, like I was saying, the initial, I filmed on my iPhone, and when I stopped the video, it was 8 minutes and 8 seconds. And that's like not me. I was maybe here for half the time because I'm running out. I was like drinking and holding almond creamer in my mouth and regular creamer because I didn't buy milk. I didn't get yogurt. I didn't get anything. I did not prepare at all for this one chip challenge. It was very, 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 very rough because like at first you like take the sip of this almond milk creamer shit and it feels so good. You're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And the thing is, well, your body heat, your own body temperature cool or warms up that milk, that creamer to just like a normal room temperature, right? Because it was cold, feels great. Your body, it just sits on your tongue and your palate, like in your mouth. So it naturally warms up a little bit to, that normal temp. And then your tongue starts to just get on fire again. And I know that I'm filming. So I'm trying to take like these big swigs and like gargle it, be nuts, all that shit. Like, and then trying to run back to like the camera to like at least get my reaction because like I gotta at least prove that like I'm going through hell. Like I didn't like, I don't know. Even I think if I didn't swallow it, I would have been better off. But it was so rough. But like I've said maybe like 7 times already, unfortunately, after the 10 minutes or so of the heat, it wears off. And I just fell off because, like if you eat spicy food at all, even if you're like not like good at taking spice, sometimes you can feel kind of like a body high, like kind of like a weird, like I feel wild. So I was feeling just crazy for a little bit. Like, okay, cool. Like the heat is gone. I'm okay. Like, let's crack a beer. I was already drinking a little bit, like my brother and I we did last time. Like, okay, cool. Like, all right, it's time to sit down for a little bit. I'm gonna put the video up on my computer, start kind of clipping that together. And out of nowhere, I started just not feeling well, and I had like stand up and like pace around our house. And here's the fucking what is it? What'd they say here? Let me open this again. Volt to the gut. I gotta say, I fucking felt that. That was so dumb. It was rough. I'd say 2 or 3 times, it literally brought me to my knees because my stomach hurt so bad. I don't know what I can compare it to. Ladies, I'm not trying to discount period pain or those cramps or whatever. Holy shit. It was rough. I think it was at least, there was one first one where like I was able to like kind of like pace around the house and be like, okay, cool, I need to drink some water or something. Like it's hitting my stomach now or whatever. But yeah, the 2 times it brought me to my knees, it was so bad. I was kind of worried because I was home alone. Like the last thing I want to do is it's like the guy who gets way too fucking stoned off weed and calls the paramedics because he thinks he's having a heart attack or something. But realistically, he's just really stoned and like, okay, cool. Like wait it out. Have a fucking, Kit Kat, drumstick, ramen or fucking, I don't know, something. So I was like, I can't, I don't think I was quite close to that point where I was like, I needed to call someone. But it was in my head because immediately, like, first thought I was like, worst case scenario. Okay, cool. My fucking the lining of my stomach is all fucked. I'm getting an ulcer. Great, cool. Let's get ready for this insurance bill. Can't wait. And then it went away. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I came down, sat back at the computer, started editing again, and boom. Maybe 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, get hit with that jolt to the gut. And that one was rough. It was almost like way worse than the first one. And I got up and I was like, okay, cool. Like hunched over a little bit, just, grabbed my stomach. And it's like, what? I need to go to the restroom. And just like, when you're hungover or you're drunk and you are like, man, I'm really drunk. I need to go in front of the toilet, because then it's like that, something with like that, your mind knows. Like, for example, you really have to pee. And you're like, all right, I'm good. Like I can drive, I'm fine driving home. I gotta pee, but whatever. Like, cool. Or you're walking to the bathroom at a baseball game, or I don't know why I said baseball game, hockey game, and you're like, oh man, I really have to pee. And you're like, all right, I'm good. And you're like, I'm holding it. Like I'm really, really close here. Like I really have to pee. But as soon as you like know that you're close, it's almost like you forget how to hold it in. You're like, oh, I'm going to pee my pants. I'm going to piss my pants. Kind of a terrible analogy. But basically, like, once I kind of made my hobbling ass over to like the toilet, I got back on both knees and just, it was a good like 4 or 5 like projectile just blew. And I did feel a lot better. The rest of the night was definitely very, very hard. I did end up having a few more beers later, because I was like, at this point, like, I just need to like, it sounds terrible, dull the pain, I guess. And it didn't really help, because I like, towards like the last beer, I was like, fuck, dude, this is terrible. Wasn't very hungry, but I knew I needed something in me. Yeah, it was rough. It was really rough. But the reason I did this year's challenge for, the one chip challenge of the Paqui, I say this every time. I've never learned how to say their company correctly. Paqui, but then I just feel like that's a slur. You know what I'm talking about. The only reason I did, the 2022 one chip challenge was because last year's was not bad at all. It was just the mouth pain. Like there was no other like gut pain. Oh, by the way, I ended up having to shit crazy. Woke up at like 4 a.m, having to shit my brains out all throughout the, like, before I went to like anything. I shat within like the first, I don't know, like 2 or 3 times. Like, and it was painful. It was so bad. So I don't know what they did differently with this chip, but fuck you. I got it at 7-Eleven. What if some little kid was stupid and didn't know what they were doing and grabbed it? But yeah, the only reason I did it this year was because I was like, okay, cool. Last year was not that hard. I can suffer through 10 minutes of just my mouth being on fire. Cool. By the way, when my brother and I did it, if you don't want to watch the video, which you probably won't, because I don't know where it is in my reels or something like that, but we both sat down the entire time. Like we were both sitting side by side, filming, cameras on us, mics, all, podcast equipment. And we stayed in the same place. This, I couldn't. I was like, chomp, 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 chomp. And then I was like, oh, I need to dip out. I need to go to the other. Like, it was so difficult. So, like I said, I don't know what they did, but after that experience, I will never do the one chip challenge again, unless there's money involved. Yeah. So if you're thinking, I mean, the thing is, I handle spice pretty well. I'm not those fucking people on TikTok that are shoving TikToks up the ass of a jalapeno and putting wasabi on it. I mean, I respect, but also you're stupid. It's kind of dumb. I don't know what I was going to say after that. But we're pretty much good here. I think we're good. I am going to crack open another beer, and I need to get my ass back to work before I need to go to sleep and do the same fucking thing over again tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Thank you for tuning in. If you could, please, please, please throw a 5-star rating on the pod. it would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to go overachieve, leave a review. Throw some words, some letters on that bitch. And as always, if you want, hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at It's Andy Todd. And I will catch you next time. Much love. Peace.
The Podcast.